Happy, should I say happy weekend or happy Friday, or I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but welcome to day two of our reading, day two of our discussion. Yeah, so for people who don't know, I started a series. I think I should call it a series. I started a series yesterday that I said that we'll be reading books together. Oh, sorry, they took the light, they bring it back very soon. So I started a series yesterday that we'll be reading a book together. That we'll be reading books together. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted here. The noise and other things. So I started a series yesterday. I said I would read books. We'll be reading it. I'll be coming on live. We'll be reading everything together. This is our first book. Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And we read chapter 1 yesterday, and chapter 1 was basically talking about how to know your partner's love language, that as human or where we live, we have our own primary language. It is our native language, and when we go to another country, we we speak that country's language, even though we don't know it, but we need to learn it. So what chapter was just trying to tell us was that if you are in a relationship or you're married, you need to learn your partner's love language. You cannot be speaking English to your partner and your partner is from China, she's Chinese, and she does not understand English that you're speaking to her. So you just need to learn, even though you don't know your partner's love language, you need to learn the love language. That's just like the summary of yesterday. And I told us yesterday that we should download the PDF, the ebook ourselves and read, so that when we come today, we will just be flowing together. You'll probably be reading along with me. That was what I said yesterday. So I don't know if you did that. There's nobody watching online here. Maybe when you come online, when you get to see this, you can just download the PDF file yourself and be reading on your own, so that when I'm reading, it will not sound strange to you. And the reason why I decided that I will not read it on my own is because I just want us to come together and just learn. Yeah, it's a thing that I would have read on my own and maybe just come out to now share, to now make a content about it, but I said no. So I think every day we'll be doing one chapters. I don't want to like rush it. I don't want us to rush it. Before I was thinking, if we're able to cover, if you can cover 2 chapters in a day, but what's the rush? We don't need to rush. So let's just be doing one chapter every day. And if I'm lucky, we would come on Saturdays, but for now it's just Mondays to Friday. And because you know that this is festive period, sometimes I may not show up during the week because of work. In case I do not show up, just so that it's basically from Mondays to Friday. So enough of all this talking. Enough of all this talking. Let's just go straight to what we have today. So we're starting from chapter 2. But chapter 2 is saying that keeping the love tank full. This is our chapter 2. Keeping the love tank full. So the tank here is like a reservoir, or where you keep your things, where you put water. So you know that when you need water, you have to like, of course, fetch water into the tank. But when the water is reducing, when you started taking out of the tank, you need to refill. If you don't refill the tank, it will go empty. So it's also telling us that in marriage, when the day you get married, the day you do your wedding, that is the day the work starts. So you don't just say because you're married, you just leave it like that. You need to continue filling the tank so that it will not go empty. It won't be empty. Let me start reading. So chapter 2. Love is the most important word in the English language, and the most confusing. I know, right? Because let me read that again. Love is the most important word in the English language and the most confusing, because sometimes the way you want to be loved is not the way your partner wants to be loved. And the way you want to be loved is the way you'll be projecting your love on your partner. So your partner would not be feeling, your partner will not be feeling or getting the love, and you become confused. Like, what do you want? What else do you want from me? Am I okay? Am I not like providing for you? Am I not doing this? Am I not doing that? Meanwhile, your partner's love language is quite different from what you are showing him or her. So truly, love is most confusing. Both secular and religious thinkers agree that love plays a central role in life. As a Christian that I am, the basics of like the most important thing in our for me in our religion is to show love your neighbor as yourself. So like love conquers a lot of things. So for me, we believe so much in love. We believe so much as Christians. We always say that show love to people around you, show love to your neighbors, show love to your family members and everyone around you. So yeah, both secular and religious thinkers agree that love plays a central role in life. I agree as well. We are told that love is a many splendored thing, and that love makes the world go round. Like, yeah, that's true. Thousands of books, songs, magazines, and movies are peppered with the word. Yes. Numerous philosophical and theological systems have made a prominent place for love. And the founder of the Christian faith wanted love to be the distinguishing characteristics of his followers. That's why the Bible said that you should love your neighbor as yourself. When Jesus Christ came, when during his time, he showed love to everybody. He showed love to believers, he showed love to sinners, he showed love to unbelievers. So generally we are supposed to show love to people. And the thing is that if you don't show love to people, if you don't know how to love others, you cannot extend that love to your partner. That's why some people say they'll get complete when they get married, or they'll start showing love when they get married, or when they start a relationship. If you do not have it in you, if you're not lovable, if you don't know how to love, if you don't know how to share love, if you don't know how to give love, you will never be able to do that when you get married. That's just the truth. Psychologists have concluded that the need to feel loved is a primary human emotional need. Like it is so important. Like it is very important. And as we said in our chapter 1, there are different types of love languages, and we are going to know them. For love, we will climb mountains, cross seas, traverse desert sands, travel desert sands and endure untold hardships just for love. Like people do things that they cannot do normally for love. People go extra mile just to show love, just to show that they love you, or just to like tell you that they love you. And it is not just by saying it, like they go extreme. Without love, mountains become unclimbable, deserts unbearable, and hardship our plight in life. The Christian apostle to the Gentiles, Paul, exalted love when he indicated that all human accomplishments that are not motivated by love are in the end. He concluded that in the last scene of the human drama, only three characters will remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of this is love. Love is like the greatest. Love is the basis of everything Christ came to tell us. I'm deviating. I don't want to go into Bible, but I'm just saying that as a Christian, as a Muslim, or anything you believe in, your number one thing should be love. Like love is the basis. Love is everything. Love covers all things. If you can agree that the word love permeates human society, both historically and in the present, we must also agree that it is it is a most confusing word. If you remember from the beginning, I said that it is the most confusing one. If you remember, like yesterday, when we started our chapter one, it started with a story of a man that was asking Gary Chapman that he has been married for 3 years, and he has been married 3 times, and he's still not getting it. Like, he said he's successful, he's a successful businessman, he's successful in his career, he has the money, he has everything. When it comes to marriage, when it comes to love, he's not getting it. He's a failure at it. Like, he has married 3 times, and the 3 did not work out. So, in as much as love is like the basis, so it's very important, it's also confusing. If you're not careful, love will ruin you if you're not careful. Yeah, we use it in a thousand, we use the word love in 1,000 ways. We say I love hot dogs, and in the next breath I love my mother. We speak of loving activities: swimming, skiing, hunting. We love objects: food, cars, houses. We love animals: dogs, cats, even pet snails. We love nature: trees, grass, flowers, and weather. We love people: mother, father, son, daughter, parent, wives, husband, friends. We even fall in love with love. It's so, like, we do all of these things, and we still don't understand what love is. Sometimes you say, I am in love, I fell in love with this person. Do you really know what love is? Or have you like discovered how this person really wants to be loved? What if the way you're showing this love to this person is not the way they want it? What if, like, have you ever thought of that what if? We're continuing. For people that are just joining us, we are reading the book the five love languages by Gary Chapman. We started with chapter 1 yesterday, and we're reading chapter 2 today. In case you're wondering what we are reading, maybe you should just get the ebook. You can download the PDF and be reading along. We're currently reading chapter 2. We'll continue now. If all that is not confusing enough, we also use the word love to explain behavior. I did it because I love her. That explanation is given for all kinds of actions. Yep, a man is involved in an trust relationship, and he calls it love. Sometimes we define, or we call love just to, like, suit our situation at the moment. How can you be cheating? How can you cheat on your partner and you say you did it out of love? Where explain. Love is not hurtful. Love does not hurt. Love does not make one cry. Love is never like that. So how you say you did all that out of love? Okay, sorry, that was a network glitch. Okay. And it calls love. The preacher, on the other hand, calls it sin. The wife of an alcoholic picks up the pieces after her husband's latest episode. She calls it love. What we do for love, like, people do a lot of dirty things for love. Sometimes when you hear some married people come out and see what they do, what they endure just for love, you'll be surprised. Even you'll be forced to tell them that why are you going to this extent because of love? Like, what kind of love is that? You as a person, you're not understanding what they're saying, but this person in that situation knows what he or she is saying. Like, they are actually saying it from that love that they have. You cannot understand. So that sometimes I say it that you cannot advise somebody who is in love, especially when maybe they are in a toxic relationship or anything like that, and you're trying to tell this person to come out of it. This person can never see from your own point of view. Why? Because they are so in love that they are blinded. So can we say we have the negative love and we have the positive love? Probably I should add it to my book. Maybe Gary Chapman should come and employ me and let us do another part 2 of this, because there are positive love and there are negative love. How can you be in a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship, and you're still staying, and you're saying because of love? What kind of love is that? That is a question for another day. Yeah, but the psychologist calls it codependency. The parent indulges all the children's wishes, calling it love. The family therapist would call it irresponsible parenting. What is loving behavior? Like, there's a question mark here. There's a question mark here. It says, what then is now love? Like, if we are saying this is love, this is love, this is love, and some people are saying it is not love. So now, what then is love to you? Like, what is love to you? The purpose of this book is not to eliminate all confusion surrounding the word love, but to focus on that kind of love that is essential to our emotional health. Child psychologists affirm that every child has certain basic emotional needs that must be met if he or she is to be emotionally stable. Among those emotional needs, none is more basic than the need for love and affection. The need to sense that he or she belongs and is wanted. Yes. With an adequate supply of affection, the child will likely develop into a responsible adult. Without that love, he or she will be emotionally and socially retarded. Sometimes I still feel like the people I'm sorry. Sometimes I still feel like when we see you see all these people, all these boys, all these touts that we see outside, that they behave abnormally, like they say things, they don't care, like they are so rough, they are stubborn, they are wicked and all of that. I still feel like a lot of them were not brought up in a lovable home. A lot of them were not brought up with love. Sometimes there's some things that I do that I feel like probably if we were like expressing love very well in my family, maybe I'll be doing some certain things that I do. When I say if we this time, yes. Okay, I'm coming. Mr. Fuad can come at any time again. Mr. Fuad. Sorry. I'm coming.